Greater light. Let me make sure my volume is up. Greater light. Stream already acting up. Greater light. Look, I had no intention on going live, so I'm doing as what I naturally like to do and freestyle, just as it unfolds, just the way God gives it to me. Okay, so live streaming wasn't a part of this weekend's plans at all. And not that I'm disappointed or anything, it's just revelations. It's just revelations. It's a lot of things going on around the world and with people and beings that I could be focused on, but if it ain't about waking up the love and light codes within those who come in contact with me, it's about spreading the message that God is on the way. Before I get started, let me see if I can up my mood, my tone, and my vibration. My mind is God's mind. Let me do a check. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm, knowing that God will provide the perfect solution to all my needs. I want to say something about the water and stories that old Negro spiritual wade in the water had to do with Harriet Tubman and all that. And I beg to defer. In my codex, in the codex of my light, through my DNA ancestral lineage, it has been revealed to me that that song was happening way before it even reached whoever Mr. Harriet Tubman was. Now, and anything else that was going on in those fictional mythological stories that they elaborated on. So, in the times of trouble, the way many of the Bahamians were able to repopulate and continue to repopulate is they hid in the waters, in the caves during the time of storms. And the thing about the ones that came on the boats to thieve and piratize and ravage the land and steal and arrest and convict without reason. They always knew, the ancestors always knew when God was going to trouble the waters, and that they didn't really have to fight back. The ones who knew, who could escape, knew to go hide in the caves, not the caves with a V, the caves. Yeah. So they would sing Wade in the water. See, this go further back. This go way far back. Talking about them slaves that was supposedly over here was singing that song. But they didn't know the Bible. They had to be taught the Bible, right? They wasn't reading the Bible, right? They didn't know nothing about no line of Judah, and they wasn't taught that part of the story. Come on now, let's get it together. But the ancestral lines of Judah, huh? And they'd sing "Wade in the water" because they knew God was going to trouble the waters. Talking about wade in the water in the river. And nah, his hurricanes are coming. Huh? And if we go in the caves, when they wiped away, we know he's all right. Wade in the water, because God's going to trouble the waters of the sky, not just the waters of the sea. All seven waters, all seven layers of water, to the deepest, darkest above as below. God's gonna trouble the waters. Now you remember this part? Let me tell you something. Co-pilot didn't. I know the lyrics, right? But I wanted to see what co-pilot would do. I was like, co-pilot, put out the lyrics for me for Wade in the Water. He gonna tell me he couldn't because of copyright infringement. I said, wait a minute. That's an old ancestral passed down from ancient days. Not no, what you call it? Slavery days. Ancient days. And he gonna try not to give them to me. He still didn't give them to me, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm not making it up. You go and put in your request and say, give me the lyrics to Wade in the Water and watch what happened. See the host all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. If they was slavery, they know they wasn't talking about nobody, no host dressed in white. If they was trying to send codes to meet them at the river in the swamps, knowing that the dogs might lose track of them. Nah, nope. This was literally about the lions of Judah. See the host all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. It looks like a band of Israelites. God's gonna trouble the water. That song was fit and it was prophetic. And it is made for today. Huh? God's gonna trouble the water. Looks like the host of Israelites. God's gonna trouble. Oh, my mood get better now. Yes, sir. Wade in the water. And it wasn't wade in the water. It really was wait. We gonna wait till the hurricane passed. And we didn't wipe all them thieves away. We gonna come back up, huh? We gonna hide in the caves, C-A-Y, huh? Or K-A-Y, huh? It's a K, huh? We gonna hide in the caves. We gonna hide in the water because we know God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Now, any other lyrics they put after that, that had to do with it being passed down generation after generation. Huh? But I'm here to tell you that song existed when Florida was Bahamas. Huh? When Georgia and Florida was Bahamas. Huh? When Jamaica was Bahamas, when Haiti was Bahamas, when all that land was together. God's gonna hide in the caves, the water. Now, what significance does that have to do with my title, talking about the sting of revelation? And what is the significance of God's going to trouble the water of the deepest seas so black above as the same as the deepest seas so down below? I even said when I looked at Google Map, I said, you know what? It sure looked like Africa and South America, they coming back together. You know how I said the things is going to be the way it was from the beginning? Look like the lands coming back together. They looking real close based on Google Earth, but who knows? Google Earth might just be playing a trick. See them hosts all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. Looks like a band of Israelites. God's gonna Israel light. The light code. God's gonna trouble the water. Wait, I could have played an intro, but my granddaughter kept singing that song this weekend. Say, we's practicing for Black history. I said, well, let me tell you something about your ancestral line, 5th generation, little one. 5th generation alive and strong, like meaning, you know how they have 5 generations. And, you know, there's some of these men, they got hundreds of grandchildren and stuff, but they only 3rd generation to mound together. No, my granddaughter knows her great grandma, but like she literally speaks on the phone to her and then to her great grandmother and then to me. 5 generations where they tried to wipe us out, huh? 5 generations where they tried to leave me for dead, huh? And now I'm so happy when that butch militant pit face doctor, sergeant, what lieutenant, whatever she was, told me, if you don't say what we need you to say, you'll never get out of here to see your son. Huh? I'm glad she said that. Because I see the sun coming. Huh? Huh? Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Hold up, let me check and make sure. See them hosts all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. Looks like a host of Israelites. God's gonna trouble the water. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. I feel a lot better now. I didn't even really want to hit the live button. I didn't even want to hit the live button. All right. I'm feeling a lot better. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wait in the water. Because God's about to trouble the water. Hey. I humbly bow. I humbly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Let me go over what I got going on here with one of the focuses of releases of revelation for those who don't believe that God is on the way. For those who don't believe that God is about to trouble the water and the clouds will unfold, preparing his entrance. The skies are the water in the sky are gonna unfold, preparing his entrance. And you don't want to believe it, but your government believes it for you. Your government believes in Jesus. All these wars and rumors of wars have to do with religion, and they have to do with Jesus, and they have to do with the devil. Because if they believe in Jesus, they surely believe in the devil. If they believe in Israel on the museum side of the story, they believe in Daniel and the Lion of Judah on the original side of the story, on this side. And if they believe in Daniel, they believe in the devil. If they believe in David, they believe in Solomon, and they believe that Solomon built his wisdom off of 72 demons. And they all had names, and they was dukes and earls and all that. So you might not want to believe it, but your government believes it. And what is belief? You have some people who try to tell you belief is the be and the lie. No, baby. Let me tell you something about believing. They didn't have no problem when Whitney Houston was saying she believed the children are the future. Teach them well and let them. They ain't had no problem when Mahalia Jackson was saying, and I know why I believe. But when it came down to this era and this generation, they want to take belief out of the system. But then the government and Biden them and all of their administrations, every time they stand up, they use the word believe. You know how many times I can count hearing Elon Musk use the word believe? I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. I believe the children are future. Which children? The children of Israel. The children of the Lion of Judah now. Let's be precise and correct. I'm just saying. And it giveth light unto all that are in the houses. All right. So first, I feel like I should read the scripture in regards to what I have in the description, right? That's what I'm going to do first. Just to remind you that is real. It's real. It's real. Real. God is real today. I'm just saying. Let me get on over to Revelation 9. Let me get over to Revelations 9 and show you where the government is preparing. I'm going to tell you where to highlight as I read. The fifth angel blew his trumpet, and I saw one who was fallen to earth from heaven, and to him was given the key to the bottomless pit. When he opened it, Smoke poured out as though from some huge furnace, and the sun and air were darkened by the smoke. The locusts came from the smoke and descended onto earth and were given the power to sting like scorpions. They were told not to harm the grass or the plants or the trees, but to attack those people who did not have the mark of God on their foreheads. They were not to kill them, but to torture them for 5 months, an agony of pain, like the pain of a scorpion sting. In those days, men will try to kill themselves, but they won't be able to. Death will not come. They will long to die, but death will flee away. Right there. That's where I'm stopping. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read on the protection that you need. Putting on the full armor of God. I'm definitely going to go to Ephesians 6 for those and let you know, if you love the Lord, you don't have to be afraid. Fear is not of God. Now, what does this have to do with the government? I mean, they got a lot of stuff going on, but I want to let you know that maybe when John the Revelator saw certain things, because they didn't have them type of bugs and stuff back then, a lot of bugs were created. A lot of insects were weaponized. A lot of insects are they take the DNA from the insects and recreate them and all that. Okay, just listen to what I'm saying. So in his dreaming in Revelation, especially being under the spell so long where he was dreaming and writing, it may have looked like locusts to him, because what he was seeing was in the spirit. But let me show you something about the sting that's going to try to attack the love, the olives. I love you, Lord. And I lift my voice, King Ellis. Let me show you. You here? Let me show you. Wade in the water. Here, let me go ahead and share this screen real quick. Just because I didn't have any intention of coming here, I don't know if I'm going to be on here long. But I decided to freestyle and let it unfold. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Am I sharing the screen? Oh, they won't let me share the screen. Oh, they say the browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see if this continues. What? They won't let me share the screen, King Ellis. Hold up. Oh, don't y'all do that. Don't play no games. Ain't no time for games here, government of the United States. There we go. Here you go. There you go, right here. They about to try to stop the love with a sting. With a sting, huh? Now they putting it in code like they normally do, but I'm for to show you exactly what this code is saying. This Codex Revelations right here. Wait a minute. Let's do it like this. Wait a minute. Let me do it. I want to do it just like this. Let's see. Will that work? Nope. That ain't going to work. Nope. That ain't going to work. Nope. That ain't going to work. That's too small. Nope. That ain't going to work. Nope. I thought I had to date. That'll work. I want y'all to be able to see it. I want you to be able to see it. PE. Remember PE? PE was the best part of the day. PE was the best part of the day. Look, 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 look. Look at this. Look at here. Notice of availability of final environmental assessment and finding of no significant impact. They've been looking and researching, making sure that they would be able to release a Silophagus euphyllorae for biological control of olive psyllid, the eyes of love, in the contiguous United States. The Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service 2/20/24. Who is that? A 6 and a 6. All them twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Huh? Lord, what is this right here? Huh? Ooh. What is she talking about? That doesn't say nothing about no stinging. That don't say nothing about love. Yes, it do. Even down to the youth. If you get right here, Euphrates, right here. See the EUPH right there? See this right here? The sight, the eyes, the late. All this right here is just to say a wasp. All that right there. Instead of them just saying no significant impact for releasing the wasp. That's why I know it's a code for revelation. Right here. Right here. Right here. Instead of I stayed after work the other day just to get a clear understanding of what it is that I'm learning, right? And I ended up watching just on my own time a video about plain language. And when people are, especially the government, don't speak in plain language, there's a reason that they don't speak in plain language. Now, wouldn't it have just been easier to say, look, notice that the wasp that we're about to release to control the flower buds of an olive tree is not going to impact human beings. They know, because this code right here is exactly for what it is. Revelation. This connects to Revelation 9. Yeah, people really truly gonna be looking and thinking big old wasp gonna be coming up. I mean, locusts with military hats on, running around stinging people. They ready for a scary movie. Can you imagine John with a provision? He was terrified of a lot of this stuff that he saw. And he said it time and time again. So he got his provision on and all this stuff happening around him in real time. And he just wrote it as fast as he could. Like, well, you know. And he probably wrote this word right here. He said, look, I saw. And then by the time the King James then went to transcribe it and rewrite it in English, that's how they came out. When John the Revelator probably wrote it just like this: the Silophagus euphyllorae of the olives. You know, we don't have a whole swarm of olive trees out here in the United States. Come on, man. I mean, yeah, there's some over there in California, but you know, California about to just shoot till in the ocean. I'm saying. So who they release? Which olive trees? That's olive and the mind, the S, the P, the body, the biological, the human form, PSY. The seal and the lid, the lid, the eyes of love, the eyes, the letter I. Or we could say that those who see the love and light of God. They say, yeah, it won't have no impact. Yeah, they know it ain't gonna have no impact on those who have the love and light of God. I'm just saying. Notice of availability of final environmental assessment and finding of no significant impact for release of the Silaphagus euphyllorae for biological control of olive psyllid in the contiguous United. What is contiguous? Now, let me go ahead and tell you what what's his name had to say. Co-pilot didn't want to give me all the words to wade in the water. Even after I said to him, I said, look, he said, I'm sorry, but I cannot provide you with the complete lyrics of a published song. Hold up. That would be a violation of the songwriter's intellectual property. I didn't ask you nothing about any songwriter because we know Wade in the Water existed before. That was a passed down traditional song to the Gullah Geechees and any Geechee that came out of the line of Judah. When Florida was Bahamas. So I let him know that I said, I'm asking you for the complete lyrics to Wade in the Water, which is an old spiritually orally passed down from the days of ancient. I ain't even bypassing them sob pity party stories. There are no copyright infringements on this song. And he said, I understand your request. And then go tell me thank you for understanding. Where Bing at? But let me get back to this Silaphagus. And then I'm gonna even break down etymology and all. I might be here for a minute. Huh? Silaphagus euphyllorae is a species of wasp that belongs to the family of Entrapped. Entrapped? I can't make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. It's already written. It is a parasitoid of the olive psyllid. Now, listen. We already know, like I remember when Red Squid X, probably some others, but I know I could specifically remember when Red Squid X went over, and this had to be years ago. Look now. I don't know if he had to go way back in some of his downloaded computer, that he got tucked away, where he had the wasp and was showing how the wasp was controlled. This had to be, I'm going to tell you the year. That's the same year that the praying mantis was at my doorstep. 21. It was 21. Yep, it sure was 2021. And when I seen it, I said, oh my goodness, that's something I didn't know about. And how the wasp was controlled by a parasite. But now, hear what the government's saying, they releasing, and it's okay for them to release it, huh? And it's to control the olive psyllid, right? But look at here. Co-pilot say it is a parasite of the olive psyllid, Euphyllorae olivina, a pest of olive trees. The Silaphagus euphyllorae lays its eggs inside the late instars of the solid. I can't make this up. In stars of the psyllid. And the wasp larvae develop by feeding on the host. The adult wasp emerge from the mummified psyllids and mate. So while they're inside, so you mean to tell me if the olive tree, what is they trying to kill the olives? Because they saying they putting it in the olives. Now, mind you, natives to the Mediterranean region, man, let me tell you something. The Mediterranean sea bloods in the line of Judah, you was protected if you continue and come back to your first love, the love of Christ, the love and light, Israel light. I'm just saying. Let me continue reading. The adult wasp emerge from the mummified psyllids and mate. Cyliophagus euphorare is a native to the Mediterranean region and has been considered as a potential biological control agent of the olive psyllid in California. See, before I even read, I knew about California, about the, see, my point is, all this that is happening, yeah, they're doing what God already decided was going to be done. And the song, Wait in the Water, God's going to trouble the waters, is just as it was back in ancient times when the Bahamians knew that if a storm was coming, we could go hide in the caves without a V. Huh? And all them that's on top of the land that don't know no better, they don't know nothing about the power of God and how he moves, huh? They'll be washed away. I'm just saying, the Cyliophagus euphorare is a native to the Mediterranean region and has been considered as a potential biological control agent of the olive psyllid in California. See, California is where the demons, Cali, the demonologist goddess counterpart to Iaz, Piaz, and all them demons. I'm just saying, where the psyllid is an invasive species, Cyliophagus euphorare is the Lytocus. No, let me say it right. The Lytocus. I'm not making this up. The Lytocus. The Lytocus. The Lytocus. The Lytocus species, which means it reproduces by parthenogenesis. I'm not making this up. It says parthenogenesis. It don't say parthenogenes. It says reproduces by the parthenogenesis and produces only female offspring. Cyliophagus euphorare is one of the more than 200 species in the genus Cyliophagus, most of which are specific to psyllid hosts. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. You can check it out for yourself. So this is what I just read to you. Is this just the title? Now let's go and see what they talking about. They said they advising the public. How long you been over here? If you still in the chat, because I can't see you right now, King Ellis. How long you been over here with me? And see, when I read this, even in the inspections, they don't never say we advise in the public at the beginning. The first thing, first quarter in the line, first 3 words. First 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are advising the public. We advising the public now? Huh? We are advising the public that we have prepared the final. I said it in somebody's chat, but because I'm blocked, I know either he only one that saw it or the people who blocked me saw it. I put the final frontier. I put that in there just a few days ago. We're advising the public that we have prepared a final environmental assessment and finding of no significant impact relative to permitting the release of the insect Silophagus euphylleri for biological control of all of psyllids. Euphylura olivina in the contiguous United States. Based on our findings, no significant impact, we have determined that an environmental impact statement need not to be prepared. They say we don't have to prepare y'all, even though we find it. You know how they'll find something, and then later you'll find out that it was a lie. They didn't find it in the first place. Okay. Now look who's saying this. Dr. Robert S. Pfanstyle. Senior entomologist, biological control, pest pathogens, and biocontrol permitting plant health programs, PPQ, APHIS 4700 River Road in Riverdale. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Like they said, it was supposed to be something about a river and plantations. See right here, plant health and plantations, but knowing that that's not the true story and the origin of what they doing. It's about see them hosts all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the waters. The Animal and Plant Health Inspection, APHIS. I bet you that's some type of demon or god. APHIS is issuing permits for the release of the insect Silophagus euphyluri in the contiguous United States for the biological control of all love. You have love, I have love. The olive psyllid is a native to Southern Europe. See, knew it had to come out of where they, James Jeans in them, huh? Coming out of probably right there out of their invisible school called Solomon's House, huh? Probably right out of that address. That's where it came from, huh? This right here, huh? The same people who put their stamp on at the Bahamas when they did what they did so many years ago. Wait, hold up. I don't have it over here on this one. Hold up. Let me upload it right quick. Let me upload that video clip. Clip. I'm pulling out the clips. Give me a second. And they think they slick. Huh? What they wasp, they gonna release they wasp, and United States gonna say it's okay all the way over here. And we ain't even got that many olive trees. Huh? God's gonna trouble the water. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, it felt so good today seeing my grandson. He had that mic and he had it close up on his mouth too, like he know what he was doing. He was like, Jesus love. Boy, it felt good. I was like, get it, boy. My granddaughter, she said, she had a song that I didn't even know about. Of course, Ty Trebek blocked me a few weeks ago, or tried to block me or whatever, his company. But some song, what is called? Hey, it was my first time hearing it today. Yeah, she had that one. She said, "You listen to this one, Grandma, on a microphone. I'm gonna sing it." Here we go. Here we go. God's gonna trouble the water. Hold up, hold up. So it's coming out of where this seal come from. No, they don't want to load it. Here, where this seal come from? Continue. Let me continue. The olive psyllid is native to Southern Europe. It was first detected in North America 2007. Come on now. By the time the psyllid was found on olives in Southern California, it was widespread in the region. The pest feeds exclusively on flower blossoms and growing tissues of olives, causing reduction in the fruit set, in the reductions of the fruit yield as high as 60% reported in some parts of the Mediterranean basin. Permitting release of the Xylophagus euphyllorae is necessary to reduce the severity of the damage to olives from infestations of olive psyllid. Now tell me what kind of oxymoronic type of sentence this is here. The euphyllorae is a small stingless parasitoid wasp specific only to olive psyllid. The adult wasp lays an egg inside the olive psyllid. The eggs hatches and consumes the olive psyllid host. The P. euphyllorae then goes into prolonged dormancy as a pre-adult in the host mummies remains until the following spring. The wasp poses no risk to human, livestock, and wildlife. But if you eat the olive, you see how they sound? They sound like they lying. Everything that they got to do that has to do with Revelations, they have to code it up. Fonzie got something to do with this. Where's Fonzie? I knew something big was coming back out when I seen Fonzie showing back up in the media. I'm saying, when Fonzie was showing back up in the media, I knew it was something. Just like I know it's something going on with, what's his name, Mark Wahlberg and them. Something big about to go down with Mark Wahlberg and them. And I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it just yet. It'll come to me. Like always. Before it even happens. But it's something going on with Mark Wahlberg and them, and I can't put my finger on it just yet. If somebody else know, you come on and let the world know, huh? That I said so. Now they got game like EA, right? The final EA. Everything they saying is final. And Fonzie may be viewed. Fonzie? Fonzie. Yeah, Fonz. Hey. Now, let me break down, and look how short and sweet that was. Y'all know it's serious when it's short and sweet through them. On March 31st, 2022, they published in the Federal Register and let people know that they was going to be doing this. They done did all the experiments that they needed to do to go ahead and talk about it ain't going fat, but it is going fat. Because this is spiritual. We're not dealing with real wasp. We dealing exactly with what they talking about. Mummies, remains, offsprings, come and raise it from the dead. All this stuff right here. Live a day. Look at this. Biological control of all love. They don't want all love to spread. So they got to use Euphrates and they demonic, satanic spells out of the river Euphrates. I'm just saying. I don't even have to go no further. What I'm going to do right now, they kept it short and sweet. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm going to go right here to Ephesians 6 and tell you how you can armor up. I might find something else with the encourage. Here we go. Let me get on over here to. Ooh, I should do nothing to separate us from God's love. If you love him. When I turn to Romans. Need to armor up. Need to armor up. I need to read about the armor. All right. Last of all, when they saying final in all of their missions that they're putting out before March 1st. Last of all, I want to remind you that your strength must come from the Lord's mighty power within you. Put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand safe against all the strategies and tricks of Satan. For we are not fighting against people made of flesh and blood. We are not fighting against insects coming out and stinging your flesh, because this is spiritual. For we are not fighting against people made of flesh and blood, but against persons without bodies that released or releasing these so-called stingless wasps. There's a sting, and the sting is against your spirit. But against persons without bodies, the evil rulers of the unseen world, whose mighty satanic beings and great evil princes of darkness who rule this world, and against huge numbers of wicked spirits in the spirit world. So use every piece of God's armor to resist the enemy whenever he attacks. And when it is all over, you will still be standing up. But to do this, you will need the strong belt of truth and the breastplate of God's approval. Wear shoes that are able to speed you as you preach the good news and the peace with God. In every battle, you will need faith as your shield to stop the fiery darts aimed at you by Satan. And you will need the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Pray all the time. Ask for anything in line with the Holy Spirit's wishes. Plead with him, reminding him of your needs, and keep praying earnestly for all Christians everywhere. Pray for me too. And ask God to give me the right words as I boldly tell others about the Lord, and as I explain to them that his salvation is for everybody, anybody who wants love and light. Anybody. But see, everybody ain't gonna want it. And that's okay. It's already written. I am in chains now for preaching this message from God, but pray that I will keep on speaking boldly of him, even here in this flesh. Even here in this flesh. Continue to pray for me. Now, I said I would break down those words, but I can't say it any clearer than I'd have said it already. It ain't about really convincing. It's just, what is the word? Not collaborating. What is the word? I can't even think of the word to confirm that the federal government of the United States believes in Jesus more than most of you should. And once again, if the ones who write your taxes, and when you look at a dollar bill and be proud to have a dollar, be proud to have millions, and be proud to have thousands, be proud to have middle class, everything that you're proud of based on a bill with an eye on it, the eye, with a pyramid and all that good stuff, right? They believe in God, and in God they trust, so they believe in Jesus, but you don't. They believe that they are going to have to gather Gog and Magog, but they believe they're going to win no matter how the story ends here. They believe that they can break the code and hopefully be able to survive what their father demon been locked up all this time, been preparing. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get all of them. I'm getting all of it. As many could come with me. I know my time is short. I know I'm going to die. See, that's the difference between those of love and light and those who decide they want to follow the devil. Satan, Lucifer, Murdoch, whatever name you got for him. The evil one. The dark one. What? The vampires. Whatever name you got for him. That's going to die. And anything attached to it is going to die with it. So it's okay. The choice is yours. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do this. Everything that I do, my steps is ordered by God. My mouth is ordered by, my words is ordered by God. My mind is God's mind, and I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm, knowing that God will provide the perfect solution for what's supposed to come out of my mouth, what's supposed to go in my body, who's supposed to be around me. Even if a tear falls out of my eye, that's controlled by the one true and living God, the source of all things. Everything that I went through is because he ordered it to happen the way it did. I don't care who like it or don't like it. And because I've been diligently searching and talking to him all these years, that's being faithful. That's faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. King Ellis, yeah, I'm done. I'm done on this one. I'm done on this one. Did you look it up for yourself? Can't make it up. If they had already got rid of and 60% of the olive trees in California, and then California burnt so much, like I'm saying, then I do remember olive trees, whole, what do you call vineyards? What do they call olive trees? Groves? I don't think they call them groves. Burnt up last year. So if 60% was taken out by these parasites, and then the rest was burnt up last year, and then fires are still going on over there, mudslides gonna destroy the rest of the crop, because we don't have olives nowhere else in the United States. Who this silo faggots you for lure, who they trying to lure? They luring the ones who don't have the love and light, who don't believe. They believe they all right. They believe you only live once. And the ones who believe they only live once, eat, drink, and be merry, They believe this land belongs to them. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Now, they excluded the East Coast and Bahamas. They went right back to the California. I'm just saying. Remember that song? This land is your land. This land. Let's do the geographical thought. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest. The Redwood Forest is back to California. I'm going back to Cali. From the Redwood Forest and then to the Gulf Stream. That sounds like they stopped right there at Mexico. Oh, my granddaughter got ready to try to play some song today that it's a little annoying to me. She was like, yeah, I'm going to put this on the speakers. Something to that in Mexico. I said, no, you ain't playing that. You ain't going to play that one there. Not because, I ain't got no problem with Mexicans. It's just how that song replays or whatever it is that I don't know. It's just something about it. I was like, no, you ain't gonna play that. You wait till you get home. You're not playing into this house of prayer. My mama, which is her great grandma, and my great grandma both said today, I say, you playing the real grandma role. You finally the way the grandma is supposed to be, ain't it? I said, I didn't even realize it. I said, I guess so. Yeah. I know my grandma did it. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So this land, you attached to this land? Huh? Go ahead. They about to send the wasps with the stingrays, with the stingers for the soul. This is spiritual. It's a spiritual war, spiritual battle. Now back to wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. See that host back there? See that host? Wait, let me see if I can move to the side. You see that host was, and look, King Ellis, him back there. When I had Bing do it for me, I said I want a Bahamian ancestor. I was specifically said create a Bahamian ancestors with a black mane lion, huh? For me, just for me. And that's what he looked like. That's how she created him right there, huh? See that host all dressed in white? God's gonna trouble the water. Look like a host of the Israelites. God's gonna trouble the waters. What's that coming in the skies? Huh? They all terrified. Did I play that? You heard that news, King Ellis? Should I play it again? I think I should play it one more time if I can find it. The one from yesterday, day before yesterday. No, on their 14th, on their pagan holy day. Uh-oh. They got another warning in the skies. This one coming from NASA. They can't make up their mind. Who bringing the news? NASA warning, talking about what's about to come out there in the skies. Fox News, what did the Fox say? Fox say, look, we gonna lie and say Russia got something to do with it. It's something about to go down in the skies. And we gonna tell all the people, but we can't really tell you. But they can say we must let the people know about this wasp stinging, non-stinging thing we about to send. It's parasitic to especially those who believe they come from mummified Egyptians. Y'all better get your story together. You better find out about your bloodline and what you claiming. Who do you claim to be? Who do you say you are, huh? You don't know where your DNA come. Well, if you feel like you all right with what's about to go on down here, then go ahead and be all right with it. It say even the very elect. Oh no, because he wasn't finna stop in Egypt, and you know it too. He wasn't stopping in Egypt. He was gonna do just like he did with everything else, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. He wasn't going to stop in Egypt. Huh? That was just like he went through. He said, okay, Islam, we know that's not. We know that's not. And then if you go to the Emerald Tablets, it tells the end of the story. That ain't hard to figure out, right? But every time they get to Egypt, well, that's why they say, yep, we're going to get all those stuck. Right here, look what it say. All those stuck in Egypt. That's why they purposely did it, to keep those stuck in Egypt. Right here, what it say? Mummies. Look. Those who believe that they have a place in the Museum of Egypt. Right, where the mummy word. Let's get right here. Mummies remains offspring. They following offsprings. The ones who, because if you believe it with all your mind and your heart, that's where your answer, that's who you gonna be with. Huh? The ones who was prolonged and dormant in the, that's why they did what they did. They said, what? He done moved them from he done woke them from every single one. We cannot let him awake them from Egypt. We can't. Look. Now they want to go backwards. Talking about this land. But that's okay. You claim the land. It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna continue to be blocked. My hope and I notice it. Some of this stuff that I talk about, I hear somebody talking. I said, "Oh, they was listening to me. That's good. They one of the 30 that listened to me yesterday. That's good. Yay, huh?" And then by the time it get up there to the big dogs, it be a little watered down and shifted up, but I'll be like, "Yay, huh?" God's gonna trouble the waters. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. God's gonna trouble the water. All right, I'm out of here, King Ellis. Greater light, huh? Give me the green light. Give me just one.